everyone, and welcome back to Story Times with Sam. This week our theme is going to be camping, and I've decided to introduce a new song to us at the beginning here. So get your hands ready. We're going to sing Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. And it goes like this, all right? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! All right, so we're going to get started with our first book today, and we're going to read about Tiny T-Rex in the very dark, dark. I know you've probably heard about Tiny before when we were doing our summer reading program and his hugs for Spiny, but this time we're going to talk about being afraid of the dark. All right. Tiny, it will be dark soon. Yes, Pointy, soon it will be very dark. Here they are in the backyard. It is our first camp out in the backyard, and we are nervous. We have never slept outside before. We are mighty beasts. I am a Rex. Pointy is a Pointy. And Bob is my special squish. There's Bob right there in the middle. He's a little teddy bear. But even mighty beasts get scared if we can't sleep with our nighty lights. When I am inside, the dark doesn't seem so dark. Look, we got the light of the TV, a lava lamp, a desk lamp, the fridge, and a nighty light. But when I am outside, the dark is very dark. Outside, there are no nighty lights to turn on. And when there are no nighty lights, the grumbles and nombies come out. Mother says, there's always a light shining somewhere, Tiny. Even in the dark, if you are brave and look hard enough, you will find it. But it is hard to be brave when you are scared of the crawly creeps. And it is hard to look for something when you have your eyes shut. It's true. Pointy and I thought up a secret plan to be brave. When the very dark comes, we will be ready. First, we will build a hiding fort. And there are their plans. To hide our snacks and ourselves. And there they are, building the fortress with sticks and a blanket. I don't feel hidden. Next, we will make special helmets to protect our brains from the grumbles and nombies. I need a bigger helmet. It's a little tiny for his head. The next part of the plan is the most important. We must hurry. We are running out of time. The crawly creeps are closing in. Tap, 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 tap. Snore. I hear the grumbles. They're close. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Run, Pointy. The nombies are here. And they're running out to their fortress. This is it. Our secret plan is almost ready. Now, we will not be scared of the very dark dark because we have made a super bright nighty light. Click. Look at all those bright lights. Definitely not dark now. But oh, our plan did not work. The very dark dark has got us. I am scared, Pointy is scared, Bob is scared, we are all scared together. Maybe we can be brave together too. Brave enough to open our eyes and look very, very hard. Stars. And find some light. And there are all the stars and the moon. The night creates its own light. I love that story, and I love how they were brave enough to look out and see the stars. So our next book is also about camping, and it is about camping day. And so we can learn a little bit about what we do when we go camping. And we're going to do it with the alligators in this one. Sorry, crocodiles, not alligators. What shall we do today? Said Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. They're all sitting around. Cookout, said Sam. Hang out, said Pam. Work out, said Will. Camp out, said Jill. Yes, said Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. They're all running out the door. Take maps, said Sam. The packs, said Pam. The lights, said Will. The tent, said Jill. We're off, said Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. They drove and drove and drove and drove. They parked their van beside a grove. North, south, east, west. They picked the trail that looked the best. They hiked through woods. They climbed hills too. They stopped inside. Wow, what a view! That looks pretty amazing out there. Birds, said Sam. Trees, said Pam. Flowers, said Will. Bees, said Jill. Freeze! And Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. They crossed a stream. They jumped a fence. Let's camp right here. Set up our tent. Tie where? Said Sam. Peg there? Said Pam. Can't see, said Will. Help me, said Jill. Finally, said Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. And they have a tent. Amazing. Let's eat, said Sam. Hot dogs, said Pam. And beans, said Will. Oops, toots, said Jill. P.U., said Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. Someone had the toots. S'mores, said Sam. More, said Pam. Songs, said Will. Stories, said Jill. Scary, said Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. Oh no. Guess they were telling some scary stories. They put out their fire. They put out their light. They shivered in the ink-black night. Who snored? Asked Sam. Who roared? Asked Pam. Who growled? Asked Will. Who yelled? Asked Jill. Let's see, said Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. Wide jaws, cried Sam. Long claws, cried Pam. Big paws, cried Will. Loud roar, cried Jill. Dinosaur, cried Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. Let's scram, cried Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. They're running away. They grabbed their things. They ran and ran. They sped away in their small van. Stop, said Sam. Safe, said Pam. Home, said Will. Let's camp, said Jill. Snored Sam, Pam, Will, and Jill. They ended up in their backyard camping, just kind of like Tiny. All right, so that's it for our second book of the story time. And I thought, oh, maybe y'all are getting a little wiggly and energetic and you really got some wiggles you need to get out. So I thought we'd sing a little wiggle song and get those out of us so we can get ready for our third and last book. So here we go. Get your thumbs out for me. All right. Now here we go. My thumbs are starting to wiggle. My thumbs are starting to wiggle. My thumbs are starting to wiggle. And now so are my hands. My hands are starting to wiggle. My hands are starting to wiggle. My hands are starting to wiggle. And now so are my arms. My arms are starting to wiggle. My arms are starting to wiggle. My arms are starting to wiggle. And now so are my toes. Can't see my toes. Well, you'll just have to imagine. My toes are starting to wiggle. My toes are starting to wiggle. My toes are starting to wiggle. And now let's sit down for our third story. In this one, we are going to be reading about Ladybug Girl and Bingo, and she's going to be going camping. Let's see what kind of adventures she gets in today. There she is. And there's Bingo. Woo. This is where we should put the tent, said Lulu. That's Ladybug Girl. Her name's Lulu. She's excited to be camping and to sleep in her new sleeping bag. Isn't this fun, Bingo? That's Bingo, her dog. We're going to sleep outside. But Bingo isn't standing by her side like he usually does. He's zigzagging all over the campsite, going back and forth, smelling everything. Suddenly, Bingo stops, puts his nose straight up in the air, and bolts off towards the woods. Papa quickly grabs Bingo by his collar and snaps on a leash. We're in the wild, not our backyard, Lulu. Make sure to hold on to Bingo's leash so he doesn't get lost. Don't worry, says Lulu, confidently. Ladybug Girl would never let that happen. While her parents and brother are unpacking and pitching the tent, Ladybug Girl and Bingo decide to explore around their campsite. There they go. The forest is filled with exciting discoveries. Ladybug Girl and Bingo cast spells with a gnarly old wizard, ride on a galloping giant turtle, and sip tea with the Buttercup Fairies in their secret garden. Then the whole family hikes to a nearby lake. Bingo is pulling so hard that the leash slips through Lulu's fingers. Uh-oh. Lulu's brother snatches up the leash. I'll hold him, he says. You're going to let him get away. No, I won't, says Lulu, taking the leash back from her brother. When they finally arrive at the lake, they're in a canoe. Everyone has to wear life jackets, even Bingo. Lulu thinks that Bingo looks like a brave sea captain. And there he is. The canoe glides onto the water. Lulu loves the feeling of floating along. When they get to the middle of the lake, her parents stop using the oars and they drift. It is so quiet that Lulu can hear the clouds moving. It's peaceful, and she doesn't have to worry about Bingo running off here. Lulu looks over the side of the canoe. Look, she yells. I can see an underwater castle and mermaids. That's just weeds, says her brother. Lulu looks again. No, it's definitely a castle for mermaids. And probably merdogs, too. Maybe her brother needs glasses. After they return their canoe, it's time for a picnic lunch. Lulu eats a giant cheese and tomato sandwich and at least 38 blueberries. It's a lot of blueberries. Bingo has 2 bowls of kibble. Everything tastes better outside, thinks Lulu. 2 bowls of kibble? That's a lot. He must be hungry. When they finish lunch, Lulu jumps up and asks, "Do you want to play, Bingo?" He pulls her toward the forest. "We could play explorers in the jungle. How about we're trying to find a lost unicorn, and we have to watch out for the tiger." "You stand guard right here, Bingo," Lulu says, hooking the leash over a branch. "And I'll climb up this tree to see if I can find the unicorn." Crack! Lulu hears the snap of a branch, and before she can blink, Bingo is racing away with the leash trailing behind him. "No, Bingo!" She yells as loud as she can. "Come back!" "Oh no!" Lulu cries. Oh no. Where did Bingo run off to? What if she can't find him? What if he's gone forever? "No," Ladybug Girl says out loud. She knows she will find him, even if she has to look under every leaf in the forest. She looks determined. Ladybug Girl blasts off like a rocket to search for Bingo. She whizzes through a maze of trees, not caring if her wings get snagged on the branches. "Bingo!" she calls, but he doesn't come. After she leaps over a rushing river and stops beside a humongous boulder, she hears a familiar snuffling sound. Ladybug Girl zooms to the other side, and there, rooting in circles around a pine tree, is Bingo! "There you are, Bingo," she shouts, flinging her arms around him. "I'm so happy I found you." Ladybug Girl stands up and says, "Let's go back now." She looks around and realizes that she isn't sure how to get to their campsite. She ran so far to find Bingo that they could be hundreds of miles away. What if they need a helicopter to bring them back? Bingo tries to climb up the big rock. "Up here?" asks Ladybug Girl. Holding Bingo's leash extra tight now, she climbs to the top of the boulder. From this high up, she can see the entire forest. She sees the old wizard tree, and then looking down, she realizes she is standing on the giant turtle rock. Ladybug Girl can even see their tent. Look, there's their tent. Ladybug Girl and Bingo run breathlessly back to the campsite. "Mama, Papa, guess what? We were searching for a lost unicorn, but then Bingo escaped into the woods. And I chased him forever. And then when I found him, we were both lost in the woods. But then Bingo helped me find, and I found, Bingo helped me figure out where we were. And we made it all back all the way by ourselves." "You weren't lost," says her brother. "You were right over there. We could see your wings the whole time." Ladybug Girl looks in the direction where they came from. It is really far away. Maybe her brother doesn't need glasses after all. Later, after dinner, they toast marshmallows around the fire. "Can you believe we're up so late, Bingo?" Lulu asks, staring at the stars that cover the whole sky. "Wow, there are even stars in the trees," Lulu says. "Those aren't stars," her brother says. "They're fireflies." "Fireflies? You should like them," he says. "They're bugs that light up." When it's time to go to sleep, Ladybug Girl wriggles into her new sleeping bag with Bingo. "I love you, Bingo," Lulu whispers. It has been a long day, and Ladybug Girl is a little bit sleepy, but tonight, Firefly Girl is up. Alright, and that's the end of our third book. And isn't it neat how Ladybug Girl got to adventure all around outside and take her dog with her. So, for the last bit, I know a lot of times when you're out camping, you have to look out for bears and black bears in the woods. So I have a little finger play here that is about two little black bears. So, get your fingers up for me. All right. So, two little black bears sitting on a hill, one named Jack and one named Jill. Run away, Jack, run away, Jill. Come back, Jack, come back, Jill. Two little black bears playing in the snow, one very fast, one very slow. Run away fast, run away slow. Come back fast, come back slow. Two little black bears feeling very proud. One very quiet, one very loud. Run away quiet, run away loud. Come back quiet, come back quiet, come back loud. All right. Two little black bears sitting on a car, one very near, one very far. Run away near, run away far, come back near, and come back far. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed our program about camping and enjoyed our books and our plays. And I hope to see you all next time for Stories with Sam. Bye.